And welcome to Let's Fly VFR. Today we're heading out in the world of DCS and we're going to do a bit of combat with a SU-27 and an F-14. These are player versus player on the 165th, and these were two really good battles that I had with Grampy Peppy on there. If you're out there, mate, he did manage to kick my butt on a couple of them. Certainly one lesson I learnt is just because you hit them and they've got some hits, don't stop, because he made me pay on a couple of occasions. On this one, this is the SU-27, which this battle went for about 4 minutes. Big turning battle. It just shows how much patience you've got to have when you're in a turning fight, guys. So this is a 2-circle fight, my nose to his tail, and chasing him around the sky. He goes for a bit of a reversal there. And one thing this guy was able to do on me a couple of times was to force me out in front. He had a really good technique for making me overshoot, and I paid for that too in some of the later fights. So we got him on the run here though at the moment, and he's fairly slow. He was a bit lucky not to get a shot on him there, and he actually sneaks around behind me here, but I'm rating really well. As you can see, I'm coming around the circle like a freight train, which is one of the things that I've got recently, because the last video that I did, I was flying and trying to maintain around about the 350-400, which is what the data shows. But I got to tell you, it loves it at 480 to about 520, and you'll see me right up in the fives a little bit too often, to be honest. And when I get like that, I use the speed and just build some altitude and give us some more playing room. And you can see he's followed me up, and that thing has got plenty of power, I tell you. So we're back into a bit of a rolling scissors around here, just rolling around him, and he ends up out in front. Very lucky not for me to get guns on, and then he reverses again, which is probably not the wisest thing, but got away with it. That's one thing you need to learn, guys. Don't reverse, especially when you're going to come right across the nose of your opponent. And you can see one of the other things that's happening here is we're both maintaining each other on our lift lines. That's sort of straight up, that line straight up out of your seat, out through your head, mate. You just got to try and keep them on there, keep your speed, keep your game plan, and keep going. And I don't know how many times I was hitting the limiter, and you can see I'm still pretty fast here, but I'm still getting away with it. So, you know, I'm still trying to work out exactly where the right place is for the Viper, and really enjoying learning how just to fight it. And the guys at the 165th are really, really good. I've met some fantastic people on there, just dogfighting with them. I got my butt handed to me on a few occasions, so I still have very much a lot to learn. I'm very lucky here that he didn't get me. Just shot a few over the top, and then it's back to the plane again. I'm still fairly up here in the fives, but you can see I'm out raiding him again. Back into the high fours, raiding around the circle pretty well, being a little bit more careful with my thrust, because the Viper certainly has a big excess of it. So we're going to go reverse back. We're going to go back one circle with him at this point. Trying to jam that whiz a little bit too. We're not using missiles, this is guns only fights. So again, he's passed behind me, just checking where he is, and we're back in a 2-circle fight again, which really suits me better. Getting across there, nearly got him, but don't get greedy, guys. If you're in this situation, just keep your game plan. Here we go, raiding him again. I was able to he reversed, I reversed, and I was able to get back on his 6, which is good. Now this is, he did it, he was unlucky there. He was trying to pull the same stunt as he pulled in a later fight. He got the nose right up and made me overshoot him. Then he tucked in on my 6 and then hit me back. So I'm not claiming to be the fighter pilot, guys. I'm still learning, and as you can see by the mistakes that I make in here, maybe that will help you when you're out there flying against other people on the PvP servers, because I tell you, it's been an incredible amount of fun. And certainly one of the handiest things here is the helmet mounted display. If you're not sure how that works, that circle at the top left of the helmet mounted display, when you see it, tells you what the aircraft is, and we're against the F-14 in this bout. I decided to change aircraft, and it was good. I ended up with the 14, the 16 and the 18. I think I flew with him on this particular day. It was over about bloody 8 or 10 maybe flights against each other, one after the other. I'll share some of those with you because they're all really good battles. I thought this was good. Now we're rolling back into the one circle, got a couple on him there, rolled back behind him. I'm still trying to keep the two circle flow. Again, my nose to his tail, chasing him around the circle. He's got down underneath me. He's going back for the vertical, climbing up around, diving again, and I'm just maintaining my altitude and trying to maintain my speed, be strict on the speed, because I know I'm able to chase him around, pulling lots of G's there. Blacked out, just making sure I don't black out with the G's. I'm able to just manage to ease that back off, but it's because the speed's so high, and I'm sure the experts will tell you that I'm fighting is much too fast, but at this point, while I'm still learning how to do this, I certainly found it effective. And so the 14's got the wings back and it's pushing it out as well, but I've got him on the 6, on his 6, chasing him around. You can see I'm outrating him a lot better, very close, just got away with it. He's still continuing the circle. Sometimes it's hard to exit. Once you're in a flow like this, it's hard to find something to do when you're defensive. So you do have to be patient, and looking over your shoulder is a real challenge. And remember, if you see the top of his aircraft, you're still safe, so just keep on your game plan. But if you start to see the nose or the underneath of the aircraft chasing you, then you know he's about to try and he's pulling lead and trying to shoot you. Can we come back again, head on? Higher spec mergers like that are not very successful, but in the situation we're in, we're willing to give those a shot. Pulling the G's hard again, up around the 8G mark here, and spent a lot of time up that 8-9 G's. Crossing underneath me again, I'm using the speed that I've got to use the vertical to give myself a bit of clearing room, because I don't want to get cramped up close to the 14, because if he does and here he goes crossing my nose, you can see his energy's a little bit lower, his wings are further forward. Pulling it hard around again, coming back vertical, and got some good hits on the 14 that time. Going nose to nose isn't really a wise thing to do for anybody, to be honest, guys. I'd be keeping well clear of it personally. So we're going to chase him down here. He's doing a lot of smoke, and we might finish that off. Lots of smoke, lots of fire. It doesn't look like Grampy Pappy's got a lot left in the 14, but a really good fight. That's about 4 minutes of high intensity combat, guys. I've got a very sore neck chasing him around. Great fighting, mate. Really enjoyed the session. If you happen to see this video, join us at Let's Fly VFR for any of your needs for simming, and catch you right back here real soon. See you later. Bye bye.